The answer is I don't really know, and I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah.
It kind of like, if we're looking at the longer time horizon, for those of us, there's two types of people in this market. There's traders and there's long-term holders. I'm a long-term holder of crypto assets. I tend not to trade around them. So my view is, where are we going from here over the next 5 years? And it's up. So everything else is noise. But, the market fell 50% last year and then went up to the highs, back down 50% and kind of retested the low, didn't make a new low. And it's kind of been slopping around. It tries to go higher and then doesn't do it, then tries to go lower, doesn't do it. And my general view is that I think it's the economy that's doing this. So this is where macro and crypto come together. A lot of people don't realize that macro has a big impact. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that inflation has gone up. So a bunch of people watching this video now will have noticed that their wages haven't gone up as much as cost of goods, so they've got less money to spend. So if you're dollar cost averaging in, or you want to buy NFTs, or whatever you're doing in the crypto space, you don't have as much money. So that took money out of the market. And then interest rates are going up, so people who've got mortgages or rents, they've gone up as well. So there's less money coming in. So when I look at the kind of volumes in crypto and the value exchanged, it's not going up, it's just trading sideways, which is why the market's in this big sloppy range. There's nothing really happening. So that's what I think is going on. Is that a bear market? Is it a sideways consolidation? I don't really know. I think the low was in last year, and I don't think we go back to that. I actually think that we're probably still in a kind of the first phase of the next bull leg up. That's what it feels like to me. But we need to see something change. Now, what is the thing that's going to change to do that? My guess is if the US economy or the global economy starts weakening, then the market's going to say, oh, there's going to be less rate hikes than expected. And therefore, that tends to be good for crypto or technology, kind of Cathy Wood style technology investments. So I think at the margin, it's those kinds of things. But the market's still struggling with, how do we deal with this? And the stock market's the same, right? It's up and down, and it just can't figure out, how long is this inflation going to last? What does it really mean? How much are interest rates going to go up? And how much have they already been priced in, i.e. the rates have gone up anyway? So, it's a really complicated macro situation, but I think crypto's done pretty well, considering you've thrown a war, 8.5% inflation, you've thrown Chinese bans, you've thrown all sorts of stuff at it, and it's kind of in a big range. Just generally, the oil price hasn't been making new highs and stuff like this, and the economy's weakening. All my forward-looking data of the economy's weakening, so inflation should start coming off anyway. But I think they are more, if the economy's weakening and inflation's still at 4%, that's what we had in 2008, and the Fed started cutting.
Yeah.
It depends how weak the economy gets. So that's the key thing. Everything else is a red herring. If the economy starts looking like it's weak, then all bets are off and the whole narrative's going to shift. And that's very, very bullish crypto. So if you've got to think of it, with rates at their highs now and maximum fear and maximum pessimism, the outcome most likely to happen is not everybody's fear. It's actually the bond market cools off, inflation comes lower, interest rates start falling, and that's very, very bullish. So I'm actually more bullish overall, and I've been buying technology stocks for the same reason. I just start to think everyone's so bearish and they all hate it that the chances are it goes up.